So I've been asked many times to make a video on ghosting, and since 2,300-ish of you pressed like on my last Crazy Chiquita video, I'm gonna go Crazy Chiquita on it. Do not mistake my passion for anger. It's okay to be passionate in life, especially when you're talking about ridiculous things like ghosting. Ghosting is breaking off a relationship by ceasing all communication and contact without any apparent warning or justification, as well as ignoring the person's attempts to reach out or communicate. All right, so you've been ghosted. Maybe this has happened to you once, twice, or 50 times in your life. A guy you've been talking to or been on dates with, or possibly even was in a relationship with, has completely gone Casper the not-so-friendly ghost and disappeared and stopped texting you, stopped calling for no apparent reason, just falls off the face of the earth. This can be tough. This can be really tough. Why? Because it causes us to ask ourselves a lot of questions. Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? What the heck did I do wrong in this whole equation to have this guy just completely disappear out of nowhere? Like, what did I do wrong? Here's the reality. A guy ghosting you is no reflection on who you are. It is only a reflection on who he is. The fact is, and this fact will always remain, that no mature person will ever ghost someone. Ghosting is something only immature people do. Immature people cannot get up the guts to say, hey, look, it's not gonna work out for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P reason, right? Especially when someone's heart and emotions and feelings are involved, a mature person is able to say, hey, look, ... whatever it is, and break things off properly. Only an immature person doesn't have the guts to say that and completely falls off the face of the planet, aka ghosts you. That is a fact. Only immature people ghost other people. That's the reality. Can it be really hard sometimes? Yes. Because you ask yourself all those questions, but I don't want you asking yourself all those questions. Here's some things you can do if you get ghosted. I just don't want y'all to settle for less than you deserve in your life. I don't want y'all to waste your time, and I don't want you to feel bad about yourselves when immature guys come in to your life and, you know, take you on dates and all these different things and then vanish. I don't want you to get down on yourself about these things. So here's a couple of things that you can do. One of the first things you can do is call the guy out. I think this is appropriate when maybe you've been in a real relationship with this guy. If you're in a relationship with a guy and he really can't get the guts up to like formally break up with you, that's really low and that's really lame. So you can call the guy out. If that's something you want to do, go ahead and do it. Here's what I think. You can call him out and say, hey, you really hurt me. This was really wrong, blah, blah, blah. But on the other side of the coin, I think this. I think that when you get ghosted, it's good to just go and look at yourself in the mirror and say something like this. Well, I just got ghosted, and this really stinks. And I think there's like a scale of stinkage when it comes to something like this. Like, you've been on one date and he ghosts you, it's like, okay, this stinks. You've been on 15 dates and he ghosts you, or you're in a relationship and he ghosts you. Like, you can say this really, really stinks, or this really, 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 really stinks. Then you proceed. But it is apparent that I've already wasted a lot of time and energy and effort and emotions on this guy, and I am not going to waste one more second on him. I'm not going to spend a week crafting a text with my friends, dear Jason, ... going back over it and over and over and saying, you know, thinking, what should I say to him? What should I say to him? What can I say to make him feel bad about this? I'm going to admit that this stinks, but I'm not going to dwell on it. And I'm gonna move forward with my head held high, because this guy has showed me that he is immature. And my goal in life is not to date immature guys. My goal is to date mature men. So I'm gonna move on with my life. Period. You can say that to yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I wash my hands of this. And beyond that, I'm not gonna respond to his messages later on down the road. If he resurfaces in 3 or 4 or 10 weeks to say like, hey, acting like nothing was ever wrong, I'm not going to stalk him constantly on social media and think, you know, look through his feed to say, was it another girl? It had to have been another girl. Just stalking him and investing more of my time and energy into this guy who did not treat me properly by ghosting me. I'm not going to continue to pine over what I must have done wrong. I'm going to delete his number. I'm going to delete his contact, and in all capital letters, move on. And as I move on, I'm going to walk forward thinking, boy, I'm so glad this guy showed me his true colors early on before I got further and further into a situation with a guy who doesn't respect the emotions, the feelings, the efforts of a woman like me. That's what I think about that. It is not worth wasting a second of your life on a man who is not willing and doesn't have the guts to be honest with you. Once again, this is Crazy Chiquita reporting live from Los Angeles, California. If you ever get ghosted, you know what to do. Send this ones to your friends who have been ghosted, who need a little encouragement in that situation. Maybe it happened yesterday, maybe it happened 2 years ago. But one of your friends out there needs to hear this. Maybe it was you that needed to hear this. Maybe it was someone else. That's all for today. Subscribe to my channel. Press like if you want more Crazy Chiquita videos. More videos coming your way. Talk to you soon. Bye.